Hello and welcome to the next episode of the Joe Martin Show. Today I'm here with Robert of New Limit Studios. Make sure I say it right. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, well, my name is Roberto Tirado, and I'm a vocal producer. And now I have my own studio here that is New Limits. I have a record label that is to New Limits. And yeah,
So how did all of this get together between the studio, your label? How did this all start?
well, it started back in the days when me and my brother we're actually content creators, and we were creating some content to enter as maybe think a series from for a video game, and we were like, what we can do, and we're like, oh, let's make a music for the series to enter. Maybe that's something different. After we did that, we were like, oh, we can do this, and maybe we can do something different, and we create songs for YouTubers back that were small, but we started creating maybe rap songs for them, and that's when we started like first making music, and after that, my brother starts to stop making music, and I was like, well, I actually like this making music. Let me start making my own. I started singing, but actually it's not for me. It's the singing. I was more from producing.
Yeah.
And I found this artist that is from Venezuela. His name is Gadiel, and I was like, oh, he has a lot of potential. Let me contact him. And like I contact him, and I started producing for them. And after that, I was like, whoa, this can be back in the days. We had when we first started, the name was Skudog, something like that. It was just a original name for fun to have a record label on the bottom, like, oh, just to see professional. And then we started like, well, we should change the name, something more professional, more different, that attract people. And then we started for New Limits. That's the first time that New Limits appeared.
How did you come up with the New Limits? Like, how did you come up with that name?
Maybe because we were trying to do something that represented what we were trying, the message what was trying to do. Well, most likely, what I'm trying to do with new artists that is support them. And sometimes back here in the Valley, there's artists that they sing with the phones and doesn't have they don't know how to produce vocals, beats, or something.
Everything's like really DIY, do it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And that's more like what New Limits is about, to have new limits and not stay in the same limit. Is something that it doesn't make sense, but in my head it makes sense.
No. And let me try attempting to say it. So basically, like some artists, like they only have like their phones, whatever. Like they don't have that much like technology because they don't know how to produce. But you're able to help them out break into new limits because they're no longer like held back by like technological restraints, and now you're able to do. This is like an actual nice studio. So yeah. You're able to help them break out.
Exactly. And that's when I found this artist, Gadiel, and I was like, oh, let me start producing for them. And I started making music with them. And that's when this record, like, it was mostly for fun, but at the same time for look professional. And this was like, let me just change the name. And we're like, what name we can put it? And it was like, whoa, let me put New Limits in them and for the name. And I started producing for him. And actually, I bought for them. It's difficult to buy new stuff because of the money in Venezuela that is for the economy, and it's very hard.
Yeah.
But I think he has potential, so I started investing money on them, on Gadiel. And then after I think a year passed, and I found this new artist that his name is Feli. He's from Argentina. And
how do you find out these artists? Like, how do you find them?
Mostly on Twitch. Twitch, yeah, you went on Twitch. And,
oh wow!
And the one thing that I do is I put reactions to music on Twitch, and I just go to stream the people that are streaming, and like, oh, can you react to my music? And something that it helps because for promotion, and something that helps for me to find new people. Like, oh, I make music too, and something like that. Like I said, I create content on Twitch, and I think it was a good idea to to go and promote my music there, because sometimes I will react to videos, maybe like a series like Rosa de Guadalupe or something, and some people will come and say like, "Hey, can you react to my music?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I can react to them." And that's how the idea was like, "Oh, let me promote music on Twitch." But I found this artist that his name is Feli, and it was a different vibe, because I think that's when something hit in me that it was like, whoa, let me do this more professional and make more be of new limits. And I found him, and he had the other research, other stuff, like microphone, computer, something, but he doesn't know how to produce vocals. He can sing and everything. And I was like, well, I can help you out on how to produce the vocals. And he was like, yeah. And he started investing money on him and me and everything. And I was like, oh, he was when reality hit, and it was like, oh, this is real. So I can have opportunity on this. It's not like it's not just for fun. Now it's like a job for me to help him, because he depends on me and I depends on him, you know. And same for Gadiel, and same from the other my brother, that his name is Vado. And that's when the others hit, and I was like, "Wow, I can make something professional on this." And that's when the record label just started, like professionally, like, "Oh, this is a record label. Now this is a record label. Now it's not just for fun, not just for the name. This is a record label." And I started investing money on them. At the moment, I'm still studying for how to produce a record label. Maybe it's not that easy, right? But like how it seems. But I was like, "Oh, it's easy." But now that I'm studying more back, it's like, well, it's not that easy. But I'm now here stuck with, and I have five artists, and I'm like, oh, and now here stuck with 5 artists that depends on me. Now I need to study.
You really need to put it,
for me, for us to pushing them, because they depend on me, and because they're so they have the confidence on me that I can put them on top on one of playlist, or we have the I don't know, the dream to be on maybe on top 50 or maybe top 100 or maybe one of the top. But we have the illusion that I promised them to, like, well, maybe if we put work hard, maybe we can do it. And after that, another artist came. His name is Sauceda. He's actually from here. My brothers too, Balo and Sauceda, they're from here. And that's when mostly I was like, whoa, now 5 artists depends on me. Let's do this more professional, more different. And I started building my home studio for him to go record them. And now, well, this started here. Now the new studio start here.
Yeah, it's in the very next studio.
Yeah, we're making it. Well, it's not right now. It's not the best, you know.
It's not the best, but I mean, you can already see the vision of like where it's going.
Exactly. It's like I said, it's not that easy to invest. Like I said, early or fast on new studio, because more likely, I don't have that money and to invest like a lot. But I'm mostly slow by slow. I'm investing, and I have equipment, and hopefully, if you guys are from here, fan of the RGV, and you wanna sing, go here, record something. You can come by and I can record. And so most likely one of the other producers record bands, and more likely I record more for reggaeton, trap, or R&B, something that is track and vocals. The other guy is he produced for bands and for this, like I said, the Sonora. Here's over there. We actually rent the other studio. We rented to, maybe you had a band or something and you want to know where to practice. Here's the place where you can
practice room,
at the New Limit Studio. Yeah, you can practice, and we have sound equipment there. If you don't have any sound equipment, we have sound equipment. We have a mixer too, where you can connect and come by.
Do you advertise all of this stuff? Because this is a lot of like good services that bands would probably want to try out. Do you have it on your Instagram or a website or something, like to show like, hey, we offer this?
Right now, actually, it's my first time advertising the studio, the practice studio, because the other guys, they're advertising. Most likely I'm from here, from the studio only, and the other guys, they're from renting the other stuff. And most likely, like I said, we rent this apartment for morely for them to practice. But I joined for the studio. I'm only most here for the studio. but the other one we promote it, but mostly from them.
From their side.
But at the same time, if he's mostly from artists that they came, they were like, "Oh, we should create a song. We have this song when we record it. Like, yeah, you can come by and record it." So maybe it's like a rotation.
Yeah.
They come by to practice and like, "Hey, you want to record this?"
Here
Yeah,
you go.
and they come over here. Ah, yeah, let's record this.
And do you have like a portfolio like of your works? So people like let's say they haven't heard your music before, like the music you produced. Do you have like a Spotify or something to show off like this is the music I have done, this is my production?
Well, I have my Instagram that is Robert Tirado or Tira Flash because mostly for the content creator, content create, and I have the New Limits Instagram that have it, and mostly on my Instagram from Roberto, I put from everything I do, and for the New Limits, I only put the New Limit, the art for New Limits, the art that I work with.
Yeah, because that's always like a question people ask me because sometimes they ask me like, do you know like any studios to record it? I'm like, the first question in usually like is like, do they have like their work posted out so they can listen to see if that matches like your sound?
Yeah, and mostly from Bado. That's what I like. I like I don't know how to tell this, but is for his career. I have so much sentimental. I don't know how I can say this in English.
You can say it in Spanish and I can translate it.
Oh yeah, super amorosa su carrera because adoro su carrera, amo su carrera because in her career is all my trajectory of producing for because since I first started is with him. It's like me and him. And now I'm producing better and everything, and all my career is there with him because all the music we have done is mostly for him, and now I expand with another artist. But I know that every like hour that I watch the tutorials and on YouTube and like mostly he has told me like I'm so ambitious on doing this because mostly when I was a senior, it was my junior year. It was during COVID, and then the senior year came and there were like computers on the school and everything, and mostly I didn't pay attention. I was on YouTube watching tutorials of 3 hours, watching on how to produce vocals, how to produce this, and how to do this, and how to side change this, or what plugin will each better, and everything on how to do interface, how to do like everything. And he was like, "Oh, you so," or like, o sea, I was like Spanish too.
Yeah.
Es un viciado on the studio on doing this. Or like, actually, you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, actually, I want to do it. And since Feli came, I told you, I feel like it was more professional, and I need to become a better person. Well, not a better person, a better producer.
Yeah.
Because he depends on me. O sea, he depends on me. And if I don't do better and I don't keep trying be a better producer, a better thing, his career will be going down because he's not. Oh, maybe he will left to another
or go to another producer,
producer or something, you know. So at the same time I need to try and keep making better, and that's why actually I came to this decision to making my own studio because I think that this will help me out to being with another artist and at the same time have the experience on how to work at different vocals, different general. Now that this another producer is here, I'm working with them to make recording bands, producing bands, and this. And it's a different vibe, different type of recording, and mostly for mixing is different. So now I'm here learning different ways, and now I can incorporate it to what I can do with other artists like reggaeton, trap. It's not the same, but at the same time, there's something special that I can have from this and this genre and this genre, and can combine. Mostly from all my mixing, I like combining and being creative, and like staying with the same audio, the same quality, the same thing. I only mostly I do is I always trying to become be better, and be different, be better and different, not being the same as the other ones. Like because I have nothing to with other producers. Like I was telling one of the artists that came yesterday. I don't have anything from the other artists, from the other producers. I don't see like competition. I don't see like them. I see like mostly each one has their own their own style of mixing.
Yeah.
Everyone is different, and everyone has their own style. But sometimes some producers stay in the same level, and like I'm just here,
Yeah.
and here, and I want to. It's mostly like the same. I want to put some new limits on me. I don't want to stay in the same limit. I just come. I'm just on here because I don't. I depends on money. I depends on time. I depends on this and on that. Or I only have one artist. Or I don't know. Depends.
Yeah.
And I don't have the. I don't want to stay in the same limit. I want to move.
How would you describe your style? Like when it comes to produce, like how would you describe it?
I don't know. Maybe more like creative. I don't. It's because I don't. I don't know. Mostly like building. I don't know more. In Spanish is aventado to do something weird. That's something that doesn't sound with normal music, or sometimes with normal vocals. What I can do is put what I like to do mostly is put a heavy voice on the bottom with all the bass up, and the highest note, the high frequencies down, and I like to put them on the chorus, and that's different a different vibe. That's something sometimes they do it only for house, but not for trap or not for reggaeton. Sometimes some effect that do it in reggaeton doesn't do it on trap, or something that doesn't do it on house. So I like to mix different genres and be one perfect song. It doesn't just because they only do it on this, it doesn't mean that we can do it.
Yeah, you don't mind breaking the rules of genres.
Exactly. And mostly that's what I think that's the thing I think that I'm different, like building something new. I don't stay on the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really interesting because like I think some like how would you say, some studios like focus only on one genre. So like that's what they stay focused on. Sometimes maybe it is like good to learn from like other genres and incorporate it to like your own genre or other sounds.
Yeah, actually, I was talking with them to the artist that came yesterday. I was like, if you go to a rock a studio and you like went with a reggaeton track, they're gonna do it and they will do it professional thing. But at the same time, it will have the vibe of rock because they always work on rock. If you go to maybe urban studio like as a reggaeton trap and this and you will go with a song with a rock song and with a band, they're gonna record it and they will record it like professional because every producer needs to learn the right way to record like a trompeta like or a guitar or bass or the drums and everything. They're gonna go record it good, but at the same time they will give the vibe of reggaeton, the voice, because some voice sometimes they look too bright, sometimes they look too dark, sometimes they look in the middle. There's different type of the ways because you too from the producer you want to transmit that vibe that the song is transmitting on the vocals too, on the uplifts and the different ways on the effect. You want to transmit the same message that maybe for me that the beat is trying to transmit. And I was telling this guy, if you go to another like a regional studio like corridos and everything, and you go with a reggaeton, it will sound. At the end of the day, it will sound good, professional thing, but it will sound different. Like and producer that always is making this reggaeton and everything because he has that mostly mentality and vision of how to do it and how to do this effect and this, that, and this and that and that, So it's different. And mostly from this studio, I don't want them to see like, oh, he only do reggaeton, he only do trap, he only no. I try to do every genre. Yeah, I'm not that experienced on doing rock or doing corridos and everything, but I want to learn, and that's why the other guy is here because we combine and we're like, oh, I can show you how to mix this, and you can show me how to make this, and maybe on both, if one band came and from rock, we can come here and two is better than one,
Yeah.
And we can help both and make the studio become more popular, and we're like, and to see that people can trust us on, we can make some good music or something. We have good sound with our producer, with producing the music that we do.
Mm. And like out of curiosity, like what's like surprised you the most, like from like starting off, like I'm pretty sure like early on you had like the vision of making a studio, having your label. What has been like surprised you the most from going from that part of just dreaming it to like actually being in it? Like what surprised you the most to like actually having your label and having artists depend on you?
The mostly what me surprised, right? You
Yeah,
said,
surprised.
is that the hard work that every day is there. It's more like it's not that easy to be. Dreaming is easy, but now making the dream come true, it's not that easy. You need to work every day. You need to work, become get early, come to the studio. Now that I work to maintain the studio, and I need to work and then come back to the studio. I'm tired, but I need to come here because this is my dream, and now my dream is becoming true, and I need to work. I need to work so the dream can stay there. Now the dream is becoming true, more true, more true. That's most likely what impact me. That is, there's a lot of work behind in every song. There's a lot of work becoming more in the being a own label, and mostly for management, because like I said, I manage five artists.
What is like your work consist of when you're a manager? Like what do you do?
From mostly from how to telling him how to do the publishing, the how to connect to another artists, and to find them concert shows, and to see mostly like her numbers and how to keep the numbers good, and for mostly some from economy too. I'm still learning from everything, right? But that's what I'm doing most like right now. And like I said, having five artists is kind of hard, right? But at the same time, it's like that was my dream, and now if I want to make that dream come true, I need to keep working on them. And right now, I have two. Like I said, I have two artists here. Then every time I'm consistently telling me, hey, let's find new show, let's find this. I know that this era mostly that were telling me that mostly we knew on making shows. We only have like 1 year experience or having shows here. But they were telling me like in this area is mostly like slow on having shows, because I think mostly for the code, and mostly here in the valley they do mostly rock and everything in indie. There's not mostly like reggaeton, trap, and everything, so it's more difficult to find shows here and concerts to perform.
One place I would probably recommend like to start off doing that's like very like open to different genres would be the Flying Wars. They do like open mics where you can like perform like your like 1 or 2 songs. And if people like it, I mean, you could eventually like build a show, because the people there are very open to not just like hardcore rock, but also do like rap shows and a bunch of other stuff. So I'll probably recommend that.
Yeah, I was thinking, trying to find new places to sing. Actually, one of my now that I have this studio and dream, this studio I have a dream to make a coffee shop with the studio and performing thing that people can go. I like coffee, and I was like, when I went to a coffee shop, I see it, and I was like, oh, I want a coffee place. I most likely I want to invest money on, and everything I can invest money. And I was like, oh, if this goes well, maybe I should build a coffee shop. And I was like, whoa, if I can build a coffee shop, why not a studio there and the same thing? And I was like thinking, like, if people can come and have a coffee and see how a music can get built, like how they record it, while you can drink coffee or do work, and you can see from the window and see artists there like recording, and you can maybe see a performance, have a performance show there too, and you can see maybe the equipment of how we can record. Maybe it's like you can see how the transparency between the fan and the artist.
Yeah.
While they drink coffee and stay chill, and you stay here working, and you can combine. You see how like be there for the fan, like how to you record a song for them.
Yeah, because I think some people get curious like how everything works behind the scenes, because I mean, fans only go to shows and they see like the finished product. They don't get to see like the process of especially the hard work that brings, like writing your songs, producing it, singing it, everything. There's a lot to it.
Yeah, there's a lot back there. Like that's what I was thinking. Like sometimes back in the camera, it goes well because people like to see how they make a song, how they make a movie, how they make this documentary and all this. And it's like and I was like, well, if I can do this, but in real life, like not just a video, it's just like a place where you can go and eat or take a coffee and you can see them have how the equipment, maybe most likely like a museum, but actually working museum. Like you can go and produce, and you can go and record. And yeah, so that's now the new dream that I have, to combine all the stuff. And I was thinking, if this goes well, I work at the mall, and I was like, maybe a good thing it will be here, maybe at the mall, where you can see have a big como, I don't know how to say this, como compartimento, a
Yeah.
big store,
Yeah.
and where you can have a transparency screen, and you can put something, maybe they come from people, and you can maybe put some music to the mall, so they get people that are walking there. You can see them performing some new artists that want to perform there, and maybe to like a coffee place there, and maybe like a studio, so people that, I don't know, maybe if they can just go see the studio. Maybe the people that are actually want it, they can go see and see the people watching them, or see them all thing from on top, or different vibes to they can get inspired from people, or seeing this, or I don't know, different stuff.
And you said at the mall, right? That'd be interesting
Yeah,
because that would actually open up people to the public. Because I think one issue I have, not with the scene itself, but like it becomes kind of like a bubble because everybody's like always in the same venues.
yeah.
And so like you never get to get people from like other areas like to like watch the shows or things like that. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think the mall will be a good opportunity, because the mall, there's a lot of people coming from Mexico, from other countries. I have seen people from Russia, Mexico, Spain, Argentina, Canada, China, and like a lot of people in the mall.
Yeah.
And I see here's a good opportunity from artists that are independent artists that wanna get discovered. Here's if this goes well, maybe there's going to be a good opportunity there to find new people and get discovered there, because sometimes, and there's a lot of maybe from younger generations there, that mostly what I do for reggaeton trap is most likely from younger generation that's now then. And mostly there's go a lot of people that are younger, and they can see the music there. Sometimes the mall is mostly for everyone. There's like from babies, from older people,
Yeah.
and maybe we can perform there and have a different type of bands from ages and different, like or a rock and this, or maybe a song like corrido or something. I don't know, whichever, you know.
Yeah, you can have like a rock night, a reggaeton night. You can have like different nights too, like or different days, and then
Yeah, and that's mostly like the planning. Well, now first, if this goes well,
Yeah.
that's the planning.
That's the plan.
That's the dream. If this goes well, if not, well, that's the idea. If someone wanna take it, that's the idea.
Yeah, but that would be a lot to balance. So like you have to balance your management, your label, the studio, the restaurant. I mean, or
Yeah.
a coffee shop.
Like I said, I mostly want. I like to feel pressure. I don't know why, but I like to feel pressure and everything. Like to see like this. I have to do this, and then I have to do this, and I have to do this, and this, and this, and that, and that. And,
So yeah, that's like the thing. Some people who have that like that personality is kind of like more like CEO types, where like they
Yeah.
really want to be doing like a lot of like stressful stuff, and a lot of people don't, and that's why like CEOs tend to like make more money because they have all the stress, they have all these different like jobs,
yeah.
and
Yeah, what that was more likely what I was seeing one on TikTok, this guy that do TikTok for Inspire, and I was seeing that he was telling that that's why not a people that's why people doesn't want to become rich, because they don't want to stress, they don't want to have this all a lot of stuff that depend on him, and they don't want to do work. They just want easy money, and like a regular job. They just gonna want to go work like a cashier, just charge and then go back to home.
yeah,
And making and being like actually a millionaire is like working like since
it's a lot of work. Yeah,
it's a lot of work since the beginning of the day, and so at the end of the day is like working, managing your people, managing the business, managing everything. So it's a lot of work. Being rich, and I think that's what I'm doing is maybe the good path to be in here in the business, like becoming having a lot of business that helps, and that I want to maintain the same message of New Limits that helps new people that they're trying to become an artist. O sea, is being like passing like me, is first like it's a dream and then becoming it true. You know,
reality, yeah.
becoming reality the what you dream about first, like become going to a first studio, or having a first song, professional song, having a song on Spotify, having a song on YouTube, having her first music video, or different others, different stuff that I know that some artists that they're small that will inspire him to keep working hard on his career.
Mm. And have you had like any kind of like, success right now? Like, have you seen like your artist numbers go up or like reach certain goals?
Well, the thing is, mostly for me, I have succeeded and I have seen numbers for, because I have five artists, so I see numbers on everyone, I just put a plus, and that's the number at the end, the studio and everything. For me, I think I have a good success. But for the artist, is what I was telling one of every artist, I was telling him, if you don't put that mentality, or you don't push yourself, the numbers is not going to pick up. You're gonna stay on the same numbers, or you're gonna go lower. And I was like, post mostly I know I'm your manager, I'm your label, but I don't, I'm not going to do all this stuff. If you need to put your part, because there's a certain limit where you can only go, and the rest is for him to, because you cannot promote. You can promote a song for them, and you can invest money, or you can do, but it's mostly from the artist part, because the artist has to connect with the fan, or we want people to become his fan, not like a record label or random people that they didn't sing. Also, I'm like me, like it will be good, but at the same time, was what of the purpose of me promoting, making TikToks of this of the song of this guy, of modern artist, if I'm not the artist? If the people will like the song because they will like maybe me of the TikTok, because I was the face of the TikTok that got become famous, if the TikTok gets blow. But at the end, it's the responsibility for them to, because it's the career from them. I'm just here to get the. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just here to make that jump to more likely to more numbers, or another producer, or another big producer, another big opportunity, big record label like Sony, and I don't know which one, another one like more in Spanish,
like
Universal too, and all this stuff. But it's mostly for me. It's more like I have achieved everything, and I seen more result for me. But from the artists, I'm gonna be honest. I think they need to put more of his of more effort from the artists that they have. I have.
And besides number, like how would you define the success besides just numbers? Like how else do you tell like this is going well?
I think well, mostly for me, it's mostly for shows and having the people in front of you. Is what I think. Like I'm doing a good job. And it's mostly like numbers too. You can see numbers, but the first show that I went and my artist performed, I saw the feeling of being on top and people get cheers to you, like, hey, oh good, or wow, this, or dancing and everything, and like, oh, this is what be the goal from every artist, to be there with their fan in a show, and be have that connection between the fan and you, like people, because there's if you never have put a show or do a show in front of a lot of people, the feeling of seeing people that they're for you, that's the most good thing, that the feeling that you will be receiving mostly in your life. It will be, it's a good connection, it's everything. It's more like for me, content creator, the first time that I reach out numbers on Twitch, that it was mostly for 3 digits. I was like, wow, I was counting the numbers, and I was like, well, this is like maybe like 5 classrooms that are having the attention on me. And they're like I have entertained them, and making content. And it's the same from the artist. I think that them on a show on top of making a show and connecting with the fans, that's the most thing that they wanted, because seeing the first fan go like whoa or dancing, that's the best feeling. And now see like 5 people dancing, then see like 10 people dancing, now they see like 1,000 people dancing, like now see like 10 people dancing, is like super good feeling that they want. The I think that feeling wants you to become push yourself to have more and more and more. And that's, I think that mostly like for me, I think that's the goal, to see like I'm and this is working, not numbers, maybe numbers on social, they just numbers, because sometimes they're fake accounts,
Yeah, the
numbers
bots.
there's just like people that just go in and out, in and out. But seeing people actually in your show dancing or singing,
That's
thing,
real.
that's
Yeah.
the goal. Maybe like this is real, this is working. And that maybe I think that that will push the artist to being like, oh, I need to work more on my music, I need to work more, become more better on my lyrics, or become more better on performing, because now I have people that want actually to see me.
And what kind of advice would you give, I guess, to either an artist or a band? Like, what's like the basic things you've seen that most artists don't really like focus on that they should be focusing on? Like, what advice would you give them?
What I always tell the people, well, my artists, is that work mostly on one genre first. Mostly for it's because for me, for a band, it is always one genre, like for a rock, right? But for me, from these artists that actually they do a lot of stuff like reggaeton, house, trap, rap, and everything, I more like tell them concentrate in only one genre, because if you start mixing genres, people start fighting. Like if you ask people from rock, hey, what you think about reggaeton? They will tell you, oh, reggaeton, I don't like reggaeton. This and that. They don't use autotune. And but oh, what do you think about no sé, for example, Queen or Freddie Mercury or ACDC or something? Oh, they're the best. They won't tell you all this. But if you ask like a girl, like, what do you think about reggaeton? They were like, oh, this is good. What do you think about Bob Bunny? No, this is good and everything. The first, the artist, the pop artist, I don't know, whichever. And but what do you think about rock? No, because rock is too hard for me. I don't like this. I don't know that. It's, I don't know, it's different. So you start mixing genres, mixing people, communities. But for I think that the first advice is to only stay in one genre and try to explore that genre. Like keep making music, keep making music. Don't stop. Don't como think like if you think like you're a big artist for you, but don't think like you're a big artist from for social media, because if you start putting like a song every month, every 2 months, every 3 months, well, the people, you don't have that much recommendation on social, because you start you have 3 months that you haven't posted, or on like, so for example on YouTube you have 3 months that you haven't posted, and YouTube will like, oh, he's not posting, let's just goes como se llama this guy or this artist. But if you post maybe like 3 songs every week, or maybe 2 songs, or every song a week, YouTube will start recommending you more and more and more and more, and then you start building fans. You start building a community, and then you start interacting with the community on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitch, and you can stop slowly putting music out, like just one every 2 weeks, one every month. Now, because now you start making fans, and now the YouTube is more like, oh, he has numbers like this, and I'm going to recommend this. But at the end of the day, what I think is, try the people. If you start getting people, try to and transfer to Spotify and Apple Music, because that's the mainstream where the artist should have his fans and his numbers, his views, and everything on Spotify and YouTube and Apple Music and every platform. YouTube is more. I see like YouTube mostly for having recommend for new people, like to recommend new people, like, oh, to see this. Oh, there's a new artist here, and they clicked it. And if you like the song, they will automatically go to Spotify because Spotify is not mostly for now. It's the most
So you would say
platform.
Spotify, Apple Music, that's more like for fans. You would say YouTube is for discovery.
Yeah,
And I think TikTok
TikTok too, mostly for discovery. And like I said, I think artists should be more focused on Spotify and Apple Music than on being on YouTube on Twitch. That also mostly to transfer his fan to over there. Like try to like not in every story from Instagram, but sometimes put let's go follow me on Spotify. Let's go do this on Spotify, or how you stream my song in Spotify, and this because that Spotify is, I think for an artist career. Sorry, for an artist career, it should be the first thing that you should be focused on. Apple Music and Spotify because that's more like you stream.
Then and I think also like some promoters, like myself included, like we look at the numbers to see like again, it's one thing to look at their Instagram followers, but then you can see like how many people are listening to them on Spotify, and it's different numbers, and you're like you can actually see like, okay, this is how many people actually listen to you guys, and you can go from there.
Because sometimes one time that we did a show, they were like, "Whoa, how many numbers do you have in Spotify?" "Oh, I have this." "Yeah, can you show me how many people that have listened to you in this city on this?" They're like, "Okay." And I sent to him like, and they were like, "Well, you can perform here." Like, "Oh, okay." But sometimes they look at numbers because at the end of the day is
for them it's a risk because they want to make their money back and they want to make sure people come to the show.
Yeah, at the end, like I said, at the end of the day, in Spanish it's negocio. I don't know how to say.
It's business.
It's business. At the end of the day, it's business for them and for us too. At the end of the day, for an artist, it's business, and you have to know how to run a business. And the same, your career is a business, and you have to know how to run that business.
How do you deal with that? Because like when I first started off, like for me, it was just like, I want to do shows because I want to have fun, bring people to shows, and that's what. But then you start seeing like the business side of it, and for me, it's kind of like I deal with it because I have to. But like sometimes I'm just like, oh, like why does it have to be this way? Where like you deal with like deals, like if I want to bring this artist from this area, I need to talk to their agent, and then go through negotiations, percentages, and it's kind of like,
No, for me, it's like I told you. At the end, as more like I see me like a businessman, like I want to invest. I want to invest money on this. I want to invest money on this. I want to invest money on this and this and this and that. That's and mostly for me, I see most likely struggling more. Like I don't want to go to, for example, to the artist and tell him like, oh, you need to go from this. I'm like, well, I want to know like how much percentage you wanna have, how much you wanna charge, how much this, how much that it's gonna work, and that's gonna work. Because that's more likely for what I'm the top thing that I do is look at a percentage, look at numbers and everything, and then I start with the artist like, hey, let's do this show, and then having fun at the end. But first, I most likely have I don't see like the numbers, like you said, like the percentage or working with this and making a contract and making this and then I don't seem that hard because I like doing that. I like being being on the with another person like, hey, how many percent you want, and but in this, but you are this, and but you're only gonna put this and that and that. I like to dialogue with people. I know that's how the right word, dialogar.
Yeah, it's kind of negotiations.
Negotiation, exactly. I like to do other stuff, and then at the end of the day, like for you, the fun thing is doing this. But the not fun is
or just seeing the show happen too. Like that's the fun. Like for me,
At the end, for me, it's true, right? Making the song and everything. But at the end of the day, for me, it's more like from seeing the negotiation and everything, because that's what likely I want to do. I see more this like a business. I'm investing in this business. And hopefully in a couple years, if this work, I want to be investing in a new business. Like I said, I want to invest like in the mall too. Like I see that good opportunity there, and mostly like I see in the artists. Because that's the mentality you have to have for a record label. Being owner of a record label is how much you have to invest money on artists, and you have to see the artist if he's gonna work there, he's gonna work, or he's not gonna work. You can. Because that's why labels, big label doesn't invest in every people, because they want to get the money back, because like I said, this is a business. At the end of this is a business. It's not just a thingy that is just wasting money, or thing is a business at the end of the day. You see, and that's what I'm more likely like being making the business thing. That's
Yeah.
what I'm only.
And when it comes to like a label, how do you like operate? Because I think some people get concerned, like right now, like the big news has been like the music industry has been like about Taylor Swift like owning her masters. And
Yeah.
also like how do you fit in with that? Like what are your opinions on that? Where some artists they actually just want to own their masters, they don't want to give it to like labels so they can take like their cut or stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe it's because that's on the I think what the difference is that they have their own business, their own way to run this thing, everything. Mostly for me, for my label, I wanna help them, because at the end of the day, it's a label,
Yeah.
right? Pero it's not like a that type of label. It's mostly like I just wanna help you get that jump. To like help you invest more money there, and you can help split it on this and this, or depends how much I help you, are you gonna split this and this, and that. But mostly selling your master to another big label, big label. There's a good part and there's a bad part. Like I see, like the good part is that it is mostly like selling a product at the end of the day. If you have these shoes, you want to sell them, you can sell them, and you're going to see that it's not yours anymore. It's property of them. It's the same as the song. You're going to sell the song to the big level, and that's at the end of the day you have to see like a business. How much money I'm gonna receive if I sell you this song. If like, oh, can I have maybe like 100K for the song, and you're gonna see like, well, you need to see too if you have that much number to make 100K. If not, but if not, sell the song.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you have to see both type of ways, because if you sell maybe a song, if you have maybe like I don't know, maybe 10K followers or maybe 10K streams, or maybe you don't receive that much money, like 100K of your music, and some label or someone came and like, oh, I'm gonna let me give you 100K for this song, and you were like, well, if I'm gonna make 100K in this how much years, but let me just sell this song for them.
Yeah.
And they're going to promote that song as soon as possible, and they're going to invest money in the song because they want to recuperate
their money,
the 100K that they spend on the song. But at the same time, they're helping you because then that song has your name, that song has your picture, the song's everything. But then you have 100K on your pocket, and you have maybe 100K views that you never receive 100K. So that's, you have 100 in your pocket and you have 100K on
and then you also have the promotion that comes
the
from
promotion is exactly. But if it's the same too, if you already receive 100K for the song, and you know that if you upload it from your own, and you're worth 100K, and plus you're gonna receive that same amount of people, but why sell them?
Why sell song?
Yeah, you can maybe promote that song, and you can get more money, you can get more people by your own, making your own, being your own promoter.
Yeah,
from the music. But like I like that's how I see it. If you want to sell, if you're a small artist and some label contacts you and I want to pay you this much for a song, go for it. But if you're a big person already and this,
you don't really need that anymore.
You really this on this year, you don't really need that much thingy. So most likely for my record label is it's not that type of, maybe in the future, I don't know.
Yeah.
For right now, it's mostly like a small regulator for artists that they wanna. I want artists to get that boom of like maybe from equality, maybe from experience, maybe from helping them the thing I know, or maybe how to make a TikTok, how to make this, or I don't know. Depends on what that's what I can hope. Maybe at the end of the day, that's the message I want to transmit. Helping people
You're helping artists, yeah.
helping artists that they are small, that they don't have the research, that like the limit, they only have a limit, certain limit. I'm not able to record on a good mic because I only have my phone or this and that. Because some people out there, they can write songs. Some people out there they can they can sing, but they don't have the equipment
or even just the knowledge too,
the
as well.
exactly, on how to produce a song, on how to upload a song, on different. So that's what there I enter there, so I can help them to know at this time, like, hey, you can produce this song from, like, do this and do that, or you can promote this, or maybe I can help for you for right now. I can help you produce this song, maybe, or maybe I can help you upload this song for right now, and we can go half and half. Maybe you can pay me with regalia. I don't know how to say regalias in English.
Royalties.
The royalties there, like that. I work mostly work like that for artists that are small.
And what would be like? How would you tell apart a good label versus a bad label?
Actually, the mostly the well, this happens a lot. Read the contract that they tell you, like, read, because that in the contract, every label at the end of the day is good, uh, because they at the end of the day, the when they started, it was the same as me. They want to help. But when they start making money, and when they start making this, and when they start making a lot of stuff, that's when people will come and be like, well, I can't, you have this amount of numbers of money, let me just sell this contract and this and this and that, and you don't know. And like, well, and that's when they take money away. That's the thing. That's read the contract first to see if there's a good level, there's a good
A good deal,
a
basically.
good deal. That's mainly more like for me. For me, that's what I think. Mostly for read first the deal, and how they're going to work with you, and what is the purpose for them to helping you, like promoting, making music, helping with having a studio. I don't know, whichever they want to do. They first see how they work with you.
Yeah. And so far, like, since you've been like a label and a promoter or a producer, what has been like some of like the best moments you had so far?
Mostly right now, have my own studio and putting out my first my first artist on a show, and that's mostly the good thing.
That's been like they made you like really excited, like, oh yes, like it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening. That's when, like, oh, now I have my own studio, and wow, this is happening. And now, like, wow, some artists that came in, and oh, this is happening. And my first show, I was nervous because at the first show I was the DJ.
What was the show like? How did the show happen? Or
it wasn't at the Gremlin. I don't know if you know the place, the Gremlin here.
The Gremlin, yeah.
I contact I think it's Puro Tiger's Blood. One of them, they were having no, never mind. Bado put a song out there. It was, I think, Díganle. It was a corrido, the first corrido for him. And I don't know how one fan from here from the valley contact him, and they were like, oh, this is a good song. I don't know what he actually tell him. It was more like you're the first corridos tumbados that they know here in the valley. Maybe I know a lot of people now right now, but it was like, oh, it is maybe a good move, that maybe not Grupo Frontera only, but now corridos tumbados will become more popular here, and will be like, oh, he is from here, and he's on top making corridos tumbados, and he's from the valley. And after maybe like a week or a month, I don't know how much, they sent a story on Instagram to him, saying that Puro Tiger's Blood was trying to find new artists to perform, to open a show and for them. And I was like, oh, we should contact them, and this and that. And Bado was like, no, I don't know, it's my first show, and I don't know if it is gonna work. I'm nervous. I don't know if I want to sing bad and everything. like, no, go for it. This is a good move. And that's when the first show started. And we didn't have it like anything. Like we didn't know how to do a show because I was telling them, oh, you're going to have a DJ there, and I'm just gonna send you the track. Like, no, you going to have you need to have everything, and we're gonna only let you the speakers. Like, oh, okay. And I bought a Mac, I bought a microphone, I bought in-ears, I bought everything for him to perform there. And that was the first performing and with them. And like I said, it was a good feeling seeing people singing your song or dancing your song or like that type of thing. That's what I was telling you. Seeing, feeling that feeling is the thing. Like you're going in the right way. You're actually making that dream come true. Now that only you're seeing numbers, because like I said, numbers on social media is more like there's numbers, but seeing the numbers in person,
it's
like
a whole different thing.
Is a whole different.
Yeah, because if you see, like, let's say you have Spotify, like 1,000 follower monthly listeners, it's one thing seeing that number, but then like going to like to see like the Gremlin or some other place and seeing like 100,000 whatever, 1,000 people there, it's there. It's just there. Different, very different.
They hit different. That type of numbers that you're seeing a number on a social
on screen. Yeah. Oh, it's exciting, man. I hope all of this works out because I mean, I see your passion and it's great.
Yeah, like I said, some people tell me like, I don't know how you do this because like I said, I have the 5 artists, I have the label, I now have the studio, I have work, and now I have school too. I'm studying for most. I'm studying now for. My first thing, it was computer science. Computer technology. Sorry, and now I want to change this semester to now having now mostly like in person. Having study for more, making me much better. And I want to study too more for business to learn more about the business and everything, because everything I know here is because of YouTube. I everything like 3 hours. Like I said, I was in senior year. I was watching video like 3 hours long videos here, and the year was like, this plus two, and math, and then Roberto, and then I started like, oh, let me keep watching the video.
No, and it's great that you were productive during COVID, because some people got really productive and some people just like shut off because like I see that they were probably already exhausted, and other people like they found like it's an opportunity to do just something different.
Yeah, and during COVID. That was when I was making content creator. That was first of all that was the first thing I wanted to do, doing content creation on Twitch and YouTube and everything, and it was doing good and during COVID, but I think it was doing 2020 on August. Oh no, it's maybe September. My mom passed away for COVID. And then I started doing Twitch, and I was since back then I was like more my first goal it was do content creator, and my mom passed away, and I started doing content creator on Twitch, and by February it was starting doing good. I started doing content with another content creator that were bigger than me. I started getting more viewers and everything, but I think for March and maybe May from back there. I don't know. I started getting some depression and everything, and I started. I didn't feel the same like making streams and everything, and that's when I was doing my back job. Like I said, I don't know. It was making music for Only Vado and just having fun making music there and uploading, and then. But then I started doing more music and he started selling me more, sending me more music, and I was like, "Oh, I should like this." And that thing, that making music, was the out of me of depression, and that's when I stopped. And I was, "Oh, I actually like making music. I want to make music," and I think that this is helping me from getting out of my depression. And that's when I contact Adiel, and then Feli, and now Sauceda, and now this is. Everything, the result and everything of getting out of the depression.
Have you thought of like making content creation like I know right now you say you want to do like behind the scenes at the coffee shop. Yeah. Have you thought about doing this video content for right now, like behind the scenes of like, oh, this is what I'm doing for the studio, this is what I'm doing right now, just to like it can work as promotion but also like content creation.
I want to do it, but the thing is, sometimes now maybe I don't I can create I create sometimes small TikToks and I can edit it, but I think I don't know, it's just me, but I think I don't have that much time to edit the whole video or edit that TikTok as good as well. I wanted to make it, because one thing I have is that I want to make it like
A
good as
specific way.
possible,
Yeah.
the perfect way. I the vision was I want to see that I replicate that TikTok, and I don't, sometimes I don't have I don't have that much time
Yeah.
to make the TikToks or something. And mostly that's what I'm trying to do now. But mostly like most like promoting the studio, like from podcasts or doing this, doing something shows. I have that like this project that I want to do, but I don't know how to. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to do it right now. But maybe I know that hopefully maybe in a year I can do it. I want to do a concert from here, my like my own concert. I want to do my own concert where I can invite maybe it's like a New Limit concert where I can invite artists, big artists, but at the same time small artists that they can have that message to like help the big. I want big artists, the one they can help small
Small
artists from
artists.
here from the valley to grow and get discovered. You know, that's the main that's the project that I want to do, because I want to stay like I don't know, I like the mess of I really have marked the message of New Limit.
Yeah.
Small artists to become more popular artists, or maybe popular artists that want some help with everything. I can help them, but most likely New Limit is for small artists that want to get more discoverability here at the valley.
And I can see that. I mean, again, you're very passionate. I can see that right now.
Yeah.
Like this guy, and I mean, it's not just again, it's not what's one thing dreaming, but it's one thing doing it. And then you're already at this step, and I'm pretty sure within a year you can be doing those kind of shows.
Yeah, and sometimes I have a lot of a lot of I don't know how to say controversial thing, or well, I don't want to say like this, but I have a lot of fights with some artists. I used to have one artist that it was with me on my label, and one friend, because from mostly from content creator, I learned, I have friends from every type of the world, like in Argentina and Mexico and Spain, everything. And I have also discovered friends too for music because of content creating. And one of them, it was friend from of them, one of my friends, and I told him join to New Limits and everything. I'm gonna help you. Yeah. No sé qué. They were telling me, but now this artist back away and starting like not doing work, not doing music and everything. And I was like, well, okay, that's fine. And then he told me that something happened, and with personally, like, okay, let me give you a space, that's fine. And then I started. That's when Gadel joined, and then that's when Feli joined. And now he was telling me like, hey, can you help me out and everything? Can you help me this? Like, yeah, I can help you. And I started being strict. I'm super strict with the artists, because, like I said, it's your career. But also I depend on them, and they depend on me. And I'm super strict on them, like doing, hey, you need to do this TikTok, you need to do this, and you do this, and send me the lyric, or that thing I have with my artists is that every day at least send me one song. At least send me, I don't know if it's a maqueta. I don't know how to say a maqueta in English. But at least send me a song.
Yeah.
Because I know that you're working, and you're having a better lyric, you're having a better flow, you're having a better. At least tell me that you're doing
something.
You're doing something. Now you're not just doing being on. Oh yeah, he's gonna get in charge, or maybe in a couple of days I'm gonna do this. And no. Tell me, you need to be working every day to become a better person like me. Like I don't stop, and you're the same. Don't stop. Keep going. And I push them to be
To be better,
to
basically.
be better.
Yeah.
It's the same for me. They push me to become a better person, and I know that it's helping me. So I want to them to push them to become a better artist, a better mostly like most professional, for them to have wake up this time, practice this time, go do this at this time, go make I don't know, whichever this time, and but keep working your career. Always keep working your career and trying to become better artists. And that was what I was telling this guy to um do this, and this day do this, and this day do that, and practice, send me this, upload this. And they were like, whoa, I don't have time, I don't have this, I don't have, like, whoa, man, if you're not gonna do this, well, why you here? So yeah, I'm doing this, and I'm doing this because I know you have potential, but if you don't want to do it, pues just tell me, and I'm not gonna and I'm not gonna help you. No, yeah. And then again, I started doing it again. And he was like, no, he was backing away too. And then I was like, no, this guy is just, I mean, he's not concentrated on his word. If you want to do it, nice. But now I help you, and you didn't receive my help with a good, and now go by your own, because why helping you if you're not helping yourself too? You're not doing the part.
Yeah, you can only do so much before, and the person needs to do
other stuff. And a lot of people that was telling me like, hey, help him. Why you ghosting him, or why you doing this? Like, but that's why the thing is that if for me, like I say, I'm strict with artists. If you're not gonna do this, was why you here? Is that why you becoming a good famous artist? It has a lot of work behind it. And I know you struggle with this and making a song every day, or you have go to a party, you have to go this, but you have to do it, because not every if the step of being up there, you have to sacrifice everything. Also, you have to sacrifice going to a party, you have to sacrifice going to a family party, you have to sacrifice this, sacrifice people, have to get friends, because at the end of the day, it's you. It's
a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah, it's you, and you have to do it. And for right now, every artist I have is
they're doing the work.
They're doing good. They're good, practicing, and to be a better artist, only for them. That's like I said. That's the thing. The New Limits is helping people. There are that actually want to become an actual artist, and that they don't have the experience. They don't have the, I don't know, microphone, or they don't have the experience of producing himself, and that's when Your Limits joined. Like, oh, I can help you there. I can give you consejos. I don't know how to say.
So I think that would be
Advice on how to promote the song and this and that, and that's mostly what New Limit is. And sometimes when the people come here, the artists, like I said, the other artist that came yesterday, I was talking to them, and I was, hey, pues, you can do this and this, and they're like, oh, true. And I was giving advice to them. They're like, hey, you should do perform there. You can do this. You can upload this TikTok on this song. You can do this and that's what I'm more likely. The New Limits do is like.
I think it's great that you're not just being a producer and also a label, but like you also know all these other stuff from content creation. Because again, like, just like how you mentioned that you pick up different stuff for different genres. You're also having like different skill sets from different parts of being a producer, being a label, being a content creator. I mean, it's great that you're able to do all this different stuff and then combine it.
Exactly. And that's what I don't know how can, well, this is gonna sound, I don't know, but mostly for me, I was telling every artist that when I first talked to them, and I was like, oh, you should join and this, and they're like, okay, yeah. And I told them, I don't know. Hopefully, from every artist, hopefully from everyone, you have a vision, and I think I don't know how I can say. It was I don't know, but I think I have a vision, and I know how, and I know the at least the path.
You know how to get there, yeah.
To how to get there, and I don't know to not get that much numbers, but at least you can know so much, because I know how to do the content create, and I know how to get fans. but now it's making, now I can help you out how to make fans, but not with music, you know. And like I said, everywhere I was like, trust me, I can put you there. And for right now, that's what I'm most likely appreciate from every artist, that they confían en mí. O sea, they confirm me. I don't know how to say it. Confían en mí. How is confían en mí?
I know what it means in Spanish.
In Spanish, confían en mí.
Yeah.
But they confían en mí. Yeah.
Yeah. The people here should understand Spanish too.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Don't worry.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how everything started, and that's how we're doing right now. And now here at the studio, and now mostly I want to try to promote it and to get some more artists, tell more new experience, communicate with new artists, and try to
what kind of stuff have you done right now to like get new artists? Like, how do you like reach out to like get new artists?
Mostly for right now, I'm trying to follow I think it's called Pro 956, and I think the other one is Pure Cycle Blood, and I don't know. There's another one. I just go to the post and something, and I just find to see like, oh, this is a new artist from here. Hey, and just reach out. Hey, you want to come to the studio? This, I can help you out. Like, oh yeah, I should go. And oh yeah, you can help me in this. And just trying to find. I've tried to find artists that mostly if a big artist want to come, yeah, you can come in this. Is como, I'm gonna say in Spanish, but está todo hecho para pues grabar bien, to record good, right? Have a good mixing and everything. But most likely I want to reach out to small artists that want to they
need that boost too. Like,
that they need a boost, you know. And that's what I was telling the other producer, like, was, hey. And because at the end of the day, we have to charge for them to get here. And I was like, whoa, I want, if this is a small artist, why should we charge 100 or $500 if you know that they don't have that much money? Why can I just sell them for small? And I know at the end of the day, first I will help them. And second one, at least I have some como ingresos.
Yeah.
Porque if I tell this small artist, oh, it's 500, well, even like, oh, but I don't have 500. You know, if I tell them, oh, $30, or right now, oh yeah, I have $30. Let me go and record this song. And first I help them, and second one is I get it's a benefit from them, and it's a win for them, and it's a win for me, you know.
Yeah. And sometimes like they that's where loyalty comes from. Like, where sometimes you need a person, like when you're just starting off. Sometimes you need someone to take a chance on you. Yeah. And you're able to help them out in the beginning. You never know. Like, they might become big, and later on they will be like, yeah, this guy helped me out.
Exactly. And that's what I was telling the other person. Like, we should not be like first like we charge this much, because we have been reaching out to other studios here and everything. Oh, how much you charge? Well, I'll put this. And how much you charge? I'll put this. And for a song, this. And for an hour, this. And for a master, this. And I was like, whoa, it's good. I know it's my work and everything, but I know it's not gonna have that much
especially here in the valley.
Here in the valley, exactly. That much artists here, because I know that probably they have that much money, but like a small artists, they don't want to invest that much money in their career because it's beginning, you know. And I know that if you invest something small, you invest small, and that will probably that invest will get you big, you know. Because I know, like I said, you don't have that much money, and you're small, and I don't know how to explain this. I'm going to say Spanish. Tienes poco, eres pequeño, pero sabes que si vienes aquí puedes hacer algo grande. You can do something big with small investment.
Yeah.
And that's like I said, I want to maintain that message that I don't help small artists to get the blow.
Yeah, to reach the limits, basically. Yeah,
exactly. It's
in the name.
Yeah, it's in the name. Yeah, like I said, it's in the name. The name is, I don't know how, but the name is perfect.
It's
the
perfect.
name is perfect.
Yeah, the fact that you're able to, you want to work with small artists as well, because sometimes they get left out because either they don't know like where to go, what to do, how the cost, and stuff. I mean, it's great that you're doing all of this work.
Yeah. And but yeah, that's for right now. This is the New Limit Studio, and we also record here, mix here, and we also have a studio. The second studio mostly is for practice. If you have a band, you have a sonora, you have a different whatever you want to practice, you can practice here. Like I said, we starting. We're not like gonna sell it like big, no. But if you have a small band or something, we have a place to practice, you can come by, talk to us. We can do something, and you can practice here. We also have right now we have the sound equipment and a mixer, and we're trying to get a better audio. But right now what we have. This is and what this is for most likely that's that was I was telling the other people. I want to keep that message too to help small people to friend them. I don't know. This is too much, right? But if Grupo Frontera want to come, that's a small band want to come. There you go. That's for everybody. It's I want to keep it in an average range for everyone to can come here and have the opportunity to practice and everything.
I think we can leave it there. Like, if you want to plug in like anything else, like we can leave that. Then you be at the point because I think it's perfect right there.
Yeah.
You can like I guess like plug in like where can people like reach out to you saying like okay we want to practice here or whatever, like where can they reach out to you?
Okay. Yeah, but see if you wanna reach out everything, you can have my social is Tira Flash or Robert Tirado. That's my personal, and the other one is New Limits and everything in every social like Facebook.
I'll make sure to like put it on the screen or whatever, so and also like on the description of the YouTube video so they can reach out to you.
Yeah.
It was great having you, man.
Yes, sorry, I got blind.
Yeah.
I got blank.
And I hope like within 1 year I can have you back on, and we'll see like if you're able to do your shows.
Yeah,
or anything
maybe
to look back and see.
Yeah, maybe in 1 year, maybe we can have another talk, and maybe like whoa, we have a big another studio. Maybe we can have another for that year.
I'm excited. I want to see what like honestly you mentioned like I hope it happens, man. Because, oh, geez. No, but I hope it happens, man, because like I can see the excitement in your eyes and everything. It's just like, okay, this guy he's passionate. He's not just saying it; he's doing it, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
Thank you.
Well, dale, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for seeing the episode, and I'll see you on the next one.